Hi, my name is Ryan McNeil, and today I'm going to teach you how to throw a curveball. I'm going to teach you everything from when to throw it, how to grip it, where your arm slots to be, your release point, and your follow through. Throwing a curveball is a great pitch that will be an off speed just to keep the hitter off balance, and it'll be a great punch out pitch when you're trying to get a strikeout. The first step to throwing your curveball is understanding when to throw it. A curveball, it can be a pitch to either keep a hitter off balance, especially when he's not expecting it, or when he kind of knows it's coming, but it's still a great and hard pitch to hit. The first step in throwing a curveball is the proper grip. The curveball should be gripped like this, with your hand almost in a C fashion over the middle of the seams, where when you release it, you'll spin down with it. Stop. Before throwing a curveball, it is very proper you have a very good warm-up. You have to want to stretch out all the things in your arm and mainly your legs, because all your power is going to be coming from your legs. And the more you can stretch out the elbow and your arm and shoulder, the better it's going to be to throw the curveball. So now I'm going to warm up for a minute. When you hold the curveball like this, you will bring your arm through just like you were throwing a fastball and pulling it through, and as you get out front, you will snap your wrist down, giving it a top spin motion. By throwing it like this, the laces will catch as it goes and the ball will break downward away from the hitter. Now remember, you must hold it as a C. By holding it like a C, you give yourself the ball a chance to flip out of your hand. Okay? Now I will demonstrate how to hold the curveball and what it will do. When you're throwing a curveball, it should look the exact same as all your other pitches when you start, when you finish. The only difference will be is after I come up, get ready to pitch, and I start pulling through, I will snap downward, pulling hard towards the ground, releasing the ball out in front. Now the release point of this pitch is very important because where you release is going to be determining how high or low the ball is going to go. Now remember, this pitch is going to be one that's going to be great for keeping a hitter off balance and also for getting your strikeout or a ground ball when you feel it's needed. Now, I'm going to show you how to throw this curveball. Now watch, I'm going to slowly go through the steps and show you the proper arm slot and release point for this curveball. It'll come up just like you would for your fastball, bring your hands out, and then you should want to release it out in here while you're pulling down. Okay, that is the most important part of the curveball. You're not going to get the break unless you pull down hard. I'm going to go up, out, pull down. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to throw a curveball and what it should look like from the hitter's perspective. You'll see the ball coming out of my hand and then dropping sharply as it comes back down to the catcher. All right? When throwing this pitch, the follow-through is also a very important part. It all needs to look the same, just like your fastball. Now I would come up, and I would do just like I normally would, and pull down hard and finish the same way. The only thing that's going to change from my fastball to my curveball is me pulling down this way instead of like this. Okay? Now watch a few times as I do this and pull down with the same follow-through and finish. Remember, it's coming from your legs, so the more you push, the better the curveball is going to be. And it'll also take a lot of strain off your arm. Now before throwing this curveball, just like any other pitch in baseball, you need to warm up properly. The curveball will do a lot of strain on your elbow. When pulling down, it's going to stress all the tendons in here as you pull down, so you have to make sure you've warmed up properly. And even while you're throwing your curveball, afterwards you also have to keep a track of your number. You don't want to go too high with your curveballs because it will, again, hurt your elbow. Now after throwing a curveball, you must realize that what you've done, and you need to rehab your arm the proper way. Ice is a great way to keep your elbow good, and also you have to remember that when throwing this, what you're going to be doing to the hitter. It's going to be a great pitch that's going to keep them off balance, something that every pitcher needs to have in their arsenal. Now remember, this is a great pitch for you to use. Just to run through them again. Grip in a C fashion on the baseball, pulling forward down, releasing out in front, finishing like you would all your other pitches, and with all the power coming from your legs. This is a great pitch that every pitcher should have. It will do wonders for your pitching game, and it's one thing that a lot of college coaches and a lot of high school coaches will love to see in a good pitcher.